What's up with it, y'all? Basement Talk. It's your man, Riz the King with
Fat G.
What's good? It's Cam the Great.
See money.
That's what it do, y'all. Hey, it was a big trade in football that just happened over the last few days, over the weekend and whatnot. The Los Angeles Rams dealt Jared Goff and a whole slew of picks to the Detroit Lions for Matthew Stafford.
32-year-old Matthew Stafford.
32-year-old Matthew Stafford, who I give him props for being a good quarterback. You know what I mean? Now, is he worth all them picks? I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? I don't know. That's a lot of picks.
He's definitely worth the picks. He's good for Detroit, which is an accomplishment. Detroit is ass. They've been ass for a long time.
Yeah.
So think about being on a terrible squad and having any type of success, and going to a place which is quarterback heaven, which is Sean McVay.
Sean McVay know how to work.
That's why they got rid of Goff, because, and I'm a Goff apologist. I actually like
and
Goff.
you need to stop.
And I have to stop.
Yes.
Goff
I got him to stop.
Goff is forced me to stop. If you in a place where, what other places can y'all think of that's more QB eccentric than the LA Rams?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. That's it.
That's probably it.
And they got their QB.
Right.
Right.
So, what excuses can we possibly come up? You were playing with a coordinator who knows how to draw up offense for anybody in any situation.
Yeah. You got to remember, I told you this a few years ago. I said Goff is only as good as McVay play calling. And I didn't want to believe it. Once teams catch up with their play calling, you're gonna see Goff turn into a big old bum. Yeah.
Well, but
basically what he turned into.
But it's even worse though. They didn't even catch up with the play caller. He's still doing magic with the play caller. Yeah. It's just Goff has gotten worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, Goff has got bad.
Matthew Stafford is actually a good quarterback. So now you put a decent O-line. Detroit's O-line was terrible. Yeah. You put decent running backs. You put decent wide receivers.
It's not just about one decent running back.
It got two or three.
They do, but Cam Akers about to be the
Cam Akers about to be.
Now, the one thing I think is, y'all know, like, Goff and Cooper Kupp was like lovers or some shit. Yeah. Like, I'm for real. Like, them cats was.
Woods, I mean, but Cooper Kupp was going crazy.
Cooper Kupp was his number. Yeah, Cooper Kupp was his number one. And they got, like, a tight little bond. So I don't know like how Cooper Kupp gonna feel about this. His homie being gone.
No, I think it'd be okay.
Yeah,
he better be.
Win.
He better be. He
well, I'm about to say,
be.
after this season, I mean, you saw Cooper Kupp's numbers start to go down too. I mean, it's not, and even the Rams offense, they spread the ball a lot. But right now, I mean, when one of your best slot guys is not getting the receptions, and then Robert Woods is still looking sus. I mean, you're kind of in a bad situation. So, I mean, and they were even talking about having Wolford and Goff really compete. That was a real conversation.
That was a real thing. That's how bad Goff fell off.
And if you watch
number one pick overall 4 years ago or 5 years ago or however many years ago, and now you in a battle with Wolford?
Right.
Yeah. Who the fuck is Wolford?
But if you watch the games, Goff left a lot of plays out there, too.
That's what I'm saying.
He left a lot of plays. And these are plays that Stafford don't leave out on the field.
Stafford is a gamer, so he don't know how to make the plays. Even if something like, let's say the play was the first read, you know what I'm saying? Matt Stafford is not going to panic. Yeah. He going to figure out what to do with the second read or the third read and actually make a play.
That's something Goff did not.
No, Goff is play action. I'm supposed to throw the ball to this person. And the linebacker was supposed to drop. Yeah. So I'm going to throw it no matter what. You know
I'm
what
really curious to see how good Stafford will be with this good team. Because if somebody...
I'm going to call it now. He's going to be great.
He's going to be great?
Are
they going to be like playoff lot?
Yeah, because for me, they made the playoffs this year with Goff being terrible. Stafford has like top 5 QB arm talent, just alone arm talent. But like Rob, no, I'm not going that far. I'm talking about in the league right now. There aren't very many. The only people you can say who got better arms are Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, Josh Allen. Then after you get past them three, Stafford gotta come up.
Yeah.
So. And then you put him with the best play caller, the best designer of plays in the league, and your head not going to get smashed off after 1 second.
Yep.
Well, like it was with Detroit, that leads to success. Now the running backs are going to get off even worse because Goff was looking terrible.
But my thing is that they really had to give up all them first rounders. All of them.
That's what I was going to say.
That's a lot of picks.
And that's a big trend.
Matthew Stafford.
And that's a big trend for Jared Goff. Jared Goff sets the precedent very high with that contract he got.
Oh yeah,
precedent was crazy high. Now, when you look at the value of what he got, I mean, what the Rams gave up to get Matthew Stafford.
What they gave up wasn't that bad, though. But if you look at it from this standpoint, the Rams are not going to be terrible next year. I'm talking to y'all from the standpoint of a Bears fan. We were 8-8, 7-9, right? I'm sorry, but
we ain't talking about the Bears.
I understand we're not talking about the Bears, but I'm bringing them up in this context. The Bears made a playoff game, right? At 8-8, 9-7. Their draft pick is going to be 20 or 21. If the Rams are good with Stafford, the draft pick that you give up is going to be 20 to 25. That's not really saying a whole lot of nothing.
It's still first rounder though.
It is.
The first round is the first round. You can do stuff with it later on. You may trade a little bit later on.
If you look at the history of these draft picks do not be hitting at the level that you think they be hitting.
You never know.
They don't.
It's a first round.
The guys that's succeeding for the Rams and they secondary, these Roydale Williams and cats you ain't never heard of, are third and fourth round picks.
No, I mean,
they're bringing up.
They figured out how to make it work, but
right. And so you're really saying, do we need Stafford versus always having a 20 or 25 round, 20 or 25?
I mean, I'm just saying. For Stafford's ability though, he has been okay, right? For the most part,
he has been okay.
He's been okay with Detroit, but he also played with good players. Calvin Johnson, and he always underperformed Calvin Johnson too.
But that's one wide receiver, and you ain't got no line or no great running back.
So do we stop making excuses for Matthew Stafford if he don't?
Of course.
No. I never had excuses for Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is where he is. Yeah, he is where he's always been right here in the middle.
But you gotta understand, he's playing for a terrible organization with not great talent. Yes, they had a great wide receiver. What's their best running back and best offensive lineman since he's been there for the last 12 years?
I'm about to say.
Who?
I mean, they had running back.
They drafted 3, 4 wide receivers 5 to 6 years in a row, and Calvin Johnson was the best of them.
Brown was the best.
What was it? Kerryon Johnson was the first to rush for over 1,000 yards, or it was over 1,000, and
then he broke both his toes and the kneecap, and he ain't never been the same.
Well, they got Swift last year. Swift was solid as hell.
Swift started the year with a concussion because they have a horrible line.
He got hurt. I mean, but
everybody they draft gets hurt or they don't last long. Their organization is trash.
But you can't help that.
They just hired a coach that's talking about biting people's knees off.
No, coaches.
Their whole organization is terrible.
Yeah, well, their whole start went down with which is what Matt Patricia.
In his lifetime, he ain't never seen a good Detroit Lions team
in my life. Unless they were playing.
And half of our lifetime,
he missed Calvin Johnson, so.
No, I seen Megatron, but
you
they wasn't a perennial playoff.
I didn't see no win.
But they should have been though. That's what I'm saying. Like I watched them games. Plenty of games where Matt Stafford fucked it up. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Did you watch the games?
I don't agree. I don't agree.
You gotta watch the game. And he would throw that crucial interception. A la Tony Romo.
Did he throw the crucial interception because he only had a second and a half to make a decision because the lineman gave up pressure quick in his face?
Hey, a sack or interception?
I'm saying, I hear what you're saying.
A sack or interception? Which would you rather have?
I hear what you're saying.
I think it's both.
No, it's a combination of both.
But Matt Stafford is a gunslinger. That's what I'm saying. He go at certain times where he feel like he can make a play and it may not be there.
They are a trash organization, dog, with trash talent and trash coaching. You can't think that Matthew Stafford is just going to change all of that. We see. I don't want to go off topic, but
I'm not saying Matt Stafford is not. He's an upgrade to Jared Goff by all means.
He's literally going from the worst QB play.
But could you have got him for less than 3 first rounders?
Here's the thing we're missing too is that Jared Goff contract. Because when you inherit something so
albatross,
hefty, I'm about to say it is insane.
And they wanted to pay him that, which is crazy.
Yeah, which is insane. It's not that Matthew Stafford's contract's any better. But when you look at the luxury tax of them signing Jalen Ramsey, of them going to go sign Donald to raise that contract. They was in a situation where they were going to have to get rid of somebody.
Right,
and at one point, I thought it was
it's the guy who ain't performing well.
Yeah, and it had to be.
And Detroit was like, cool.
No, I mean, Detroit was fine with it because they got him for 1 year and they probably going to cut him if he sucks.
Yeah, they're going to actually have him for 2 years and then that money's off the books. Then they can get rid of him. And they also got a top draft pick this year.
Well, they got draft picks coming like crazy. So for them, it's perfect because they in rebuild mode.
Exactly.
They can waste a year or two on Jared Goff.
It was perfect for both of them. They both fit needs that the other one.
And the Rams
trying to win a Super Bowl.
The Rams Super Bowl are bust. So they going in. Yeah. So they going in hard
for Detroit Super Bowl. Would rather keep losing games and keep stockpiling draft picks.
So they purposely got Goff so they can lose.
I mean, but like I said, Stafford's going from the best from the worst to the best situation. Only thing the Rams have to do right now, watch this draft. I swear it's going to happen like clockwork. This draft, the Rams are going to take linemen with their first 2 picks. Because they're going to try and get as many people, because Whitworth is 39 years old.
They don't need nothing else.
Right, because you got a great quarterback and you got a great defense. The only thing that was holding them back was Goff.
Goff was definitely
So when he said, "Are they going to be good?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs.
They're going to be exceptionally better." I mean, especially in that.
But think about it. So, for instance, they went to the second round of the playoffs this year, right? With silly Goff and Wolford, right?
So did they go to the second round?
Yeah, because they won their first game against Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they got beat by Green
Bay. So they went to
Bay.
the divisional round. Right?
Yeah. They
have to go to a conference championship game to
actually be better.
Yeah.
So my thing is, on that same team, is Matt Stafford automatically is going to make them to the.
Yes.
So they're going to that championship.
They would.
They going to the conference.
In my opinion, if they would have had Stafford this year,
they would have beat Green Bay.
For this, yes.
No, they wouldn't have.
Yes, they would have.
They would have beat Green Bay.
There were opportunities in that game.
Green Bay put up 40 on them.
Did you watch the game?
On silly.
Did you watch the game? How much did they lose by?
I don't remember.
They lost by like 7 or 8 points.
I don't remember. Well, that's at the end of the game, but they were down by a lot.
Okay. So what
down by a lot.
So all those Goff had plenty of opportunities to put points on the board, and he didn't. And they had an opportunity at the end.
I think you're giving Stafford way more credit.
No, I'm not. I'm giving him credit for what he can do with a great team.
How much more credit do you need to give him? If we can recognize that he's a middle of the road guy, and then Jared Goff is probably well below that.
Well below.
So then that already is a better, so much of a better situation going into an even greater situation.
No, it definitely is. It is on paper, right? But you still got to play the game, right?
I was at the barbershop. I watched the whole game. Goff continued to go 3 and out, interception, fumble, 3 and out, throwing the ball to linebackers. Stafford is not
ball with no thumb.
Right, and like you said, if his first read is covered, he's gonna still throw it to him.
He's still throwing to him.
I said time after time in that game. I'm like, Green Bay is having lulls. They stopped scoring after a certain point because their defense was getting with them. They gave up the one touchdown they gave up in that red zone to Devontae Adams. They had to move him across the formation 2 times just to get it. But their defense was playing well, and Goff was letting off.
They still had 40.
I'm telling you, though,
40 is 40 though.
It's easy to get 40 when your defense has to come out every 2 or 3 minutes.
It's never easy to get 40. It's never easy to have 40 points.
You must not watch today's NFL where you can't cover wide receivers and it's a flag for touching the quarterback.
It's never easy.
Yes, it is for Aaron Rodgers to get 40.
It's
not as hard as what you're making it out to be.
It's easy to get 40 points.
Watch how many times they score 40 with Stafford next year.
How many times did anybody score 40 this year? 5 times the whole year?
Tom Brady probably scored 40 times. Tom Brady probably scored 40 with the Bucs 5 times this year.
By himself?
No, with the Bucs.
No, I'm saying I don't know.
No, we're not talking about myself.
I'm not talking about an individual person. I'm saying to score 40 points is not easy.
It's not as hard as you sitting up there trying to make it out.
So what I'm saying is, I don't know if Stafford makes that big of a difference in that game.
Yes.
What I'm saying, Stafford in the playoffs, he'll have been in the playoffs 1 time, I believe. I think, and they lost to Dallas in their playoffs
on that crazy play. Yeah, what was it? The fumble or the play? It was like when you make a football play towards the goal line, and that was
no. That wasn't against them.
That was my fault.
That was Cowboys.
That was Now I'm saying he played the Cowboys 1 time in the playoffs, and he played terrible. He made the play. He had Calvin Johnson. I watched him kept overthrowing Calvin Johnson. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying he can't be better.
The Lions have
but I'm saying, how much better is he going to be
in 60 years? That's not Matthew Stafford. Yeah. So as much as you sit up here and try to say Stafford ain't only winning this, Stafford only
what I'm saying is, if you put him over
here, the Lions have won in 60 years.
So the only way you can say that he's better than Goff in a situation is that they go further in the playoffs.
I watch football. He's better than Goff.
No. He's better than Goff. We know he's better quarterback than Goff. I'm saying,
if you put
if
you put a better quarterback in a better situation, they're going to be better than.
But what I'm saying is, so I'm saying the only way to make them better is to actually go to the NFC Championship. That's what I'm saying. So your money is on the NFC Championship this year.
I'm telling you, Stafford. If Stafford spent the whole year with the Rams, they would have beat the Packers. I watched that whole game from beginning to end.
Prediction for next year is
division champions
with Stafford. Are they going to the NFC Championship?
But that's another thing though too. Is like that's not even the single benchmark for them being better. Them being better is also them being division champions. Mm-hmm. Another benchmark is also them getting to the level of where they were when they did get to the
they've been Super Bowl before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I mean, are you better if you win the division and then get beat in the first round?
If their defense is still top 5 like it was this year, yes.
But that's my point.
They are
this
going
year
to be
it was
better.
a different situation because we had the extra playoff spot. So it creates a different type of narrative.
Of course.
Yeah.
Where finishing where makes a difference.
Yeah, of course.
But I think that Rams are in a situation now where they can actually compete and beat number 1 and 2 and get that bye week.
Of course.
Yeah, but that's also a whole different situation whenever you're going from having to play Seattle in your first row to even get into the dance, and now you're playing Green Bay. Like, there's a whole different preparation that comes along with this.
No, I agree.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a matter of inches. Like, it's a matter of all things that
the chips can fall any way they fall, and then you gotta just you gotta roll the dice with what you get.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is Stafford better than Jared Goff? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are the Rams gonna automatically be better because Stafford is there, as in go further in the playoffs? That's the part I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if Stafford they win Super Bowl all of a sudden. I don't know.
You don't know that. I'm telling you, they're gonna be better. They're going to be better. Now, there are a lot of variables outside of Stafford. One player does not make a 53-man team.
But it's the same team, though.
What I'm telling you is if the defense performs like they did this year and are top 5,
which is
what Goff got, then yes, I believe they are going to go to the second round. They're going to go past the second round of the playoffs. Yes,
so it doesn't matter who
that's
they play.
what I'm saying.
All right, well, so then what you say?
I would say the same thing. I would definitely say the same thing.
You're not going to give
Stafford
that same type of roster and that same type of defense, and he don't do better.
Yeah. And I would say
regular season, better record, division
championship, the same second round game.
Yeah. It depends on who they play. I don't know who they gonna play. Yeah. If they play somebody better than them, they gonna get beat because Stafford is not gonna get you over that hump. That's just how I feel, though, man. But that's what it is, man. Let us know what y'all think, man. You see, we got all these opinions about Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, man. What y'all think, man? We know who the better quarterback is, but who gonna be in a better situation? Let us know.